Hey folks, welcome back. Coming Homestead. Today's the 27th of May. I'm going to just turn your hand now. So this hedge is the task for now. It's about 90 foot, sort of going just sort of past where those compost bin things are. Anyway, so I've got my tarpaulin, hedge cutter, helmet. So I'm just going to move some of that stuff at the back here and then put a tarpaulin down and we'll get cracking. So I'll bring you back. Yeah, so obviously what I've got to do is keep pulling, doing it in sections, keep pulling that tarpaulin until it's full and then go and empty it and then come back and do another bit. So that tarp's ready for offloading now. See if I can dislodge that. Got a twig stuck between the blades. Well, that's frustrating. Can't get the blades to move, so I'll have to take it home and strip it down, see if I can find out what the problem is. I hope it's not the gearbox seized or something. I did put grease in it at the start of the year. Anyway, it is what it is, so I'll have to finish it off with the shears. So I'll bring you back when it's done. Well, that's a view looking down the hedge. So you can see I've got it opened up again now. And behind the sheds here, and all the polycarbonate sheets there have to come back. I just stack them behind here, which is quite a handy space. But I'm glad to get that done. A bit of a shame about the hedge cutters. Anyway, all I can do is see if I can take them apart and establish what's wrong, see if I can fix it. But I'm glad I've got that done. It's a big job. I don't like doing it. I think there's only 3 of us. There's only this hedge on the entire site. The rest of the site doesn't have any hedges, so there's only 3, I think, plot holders that have to do. We have to do the inside, and then the council gets somebody to do the top and the outside in the lane. So, but yeah, I need to get a net over these raspberries before too long, so obviously I didn't want this hedge encroaching too much, so I can move freely up and down the plot. I'll just show you the heap of cuttings. Yeah, so that's a fair pile of clippings. They'll get burnt. We can't have, the incinerator's full, we can't have any fires at the moment. They've stopped us for now, but when we're allowed to have a bonfire again, I'll just get burnt up, but I'll get all the wood ash and that'll go back onto my plot. Yeah, so before I cut the hedge, I'd already been down the plot once early in the morning to spray these bell peppers again for aphids. They've still got some aphids on, so I just try and do them every 2 or 3 days, and then the night before I did give them a spray of Epsom salts. I don't know if that will come out on the camera, but there is some sort of yellow in the leaf there. Anyway, I'll just keep my eye on them and hopefully we can win this battle with the aphids. I think you've just got to keep checking them every couple of days or something. Anyway, that's it for now. I'll leave it there. I'll catch you later. Hey guys, just a little update on the hedge trimmer. The date is the 28th of May, so yesterday I was cutting the hedge and the blade stopped moving. There wasn't any obvious, well, there was a little twig. I got that out and still nothing. So anyway, I stripped it down yesterday, still nothing, so I've had another go this morning and I'm happy to report success. I've got it working again. So what it was, if you've got to take all, I put some new bolts as well because, excuse me a minute, the old ones I think were getting quite worn, so maybe they were slipping a bit on the blade. Anyway, so I got some new bolts, and anyway, you take all that off, take the guard off obviously, and then you've got to take these out, and this is where the reciprocating arms join onto the crank. So there's a, is it a crank I suppose, comes down here, and then it connects to, there's a big cog wheel in there, so the crank spins the cog wheel and then that turns these reciprocating blades. So you've got to take these off, and I fished a load of gunk at leaves and stuff that I got in there, and yeah, one of the reciprocating arms had come off its pivot thing, so I put a load of grease back in and then put it back on, just tapped it in with a hammer gently and then put it all back up. And the only other thing I had to do then, you've got to adjust the tension on these bolts here. If they're too tight, that will lock the blades up, so you've just got to do it until you get movement. So yeah, bob on. So I thought I'd just update you on that. Catch you later. Hey guys, so we're still on the 28th of May. I've just been up to our local garden centre on my push bike. It's only about a mile, but it's all uphill. Don't. Anyway, I'll show you what I've got. So this is what we've got. Codling moth trap. I actually asked for a refill, but this thing with the traps in and the 2 sticky traps were cheaper than the refill. So what basically, this is for your apples and controls the codling moth. I think I mentioned it in a previous video, but if not, I'll be talking a bit about it. But yeah, the major cause of maggot damage in apples and pears, so I'll work with pears as well. So basically what you get is these 2 little kind of plastic tents which just clip together, and these are the sticky traps, and in here it's like a rubber capsule with a pheromone, impregnated with a pheromone which attracts the male moths. So basically you rig the tent up, these flaps kind of fold in, should just click into place like that. You do the other side. Well, before you slide your trap in and then just click to the side. So first of all you open the trap, be careful, it's very, very sticky. What I normally do is get a pair of tweezers and drop the impregnated pheromone bit somewhere in the middle of the trap, and then you open it out and you kind of slide it in and then shut that door up, and then it's got like a hanger here. You can use a piece of string or a cable tie, whatever, and then you want to hang that in your tree about head height. Okay, so I'm going to rig this up now and then I'll show you. So here's the sticky glue trap. So as I say, I'm going to plonk that somewhere in the middle, and then I just want to adjust this camera a bit. Slide it in, kind of roughly like that, and then just pop this other. Okay, so then we've just got to put our hanger on, and then I'll show you where I'm going to put it in the tree. Okay, that's it. So hopefully what's going to happen is the moth flies in because it's attracted by the pheromone, lands on the sticky trap, and then we can take a look-see and see how many we're catching. I think if it's over 5 or 7 in a week, you've got a heavy infestation, and that leads me to the next course of action. Yeah, I was just reading the instructions again. It's a while since I've done this, but it's each trap monitors 5 average size, well, it depends what they mean by average, with a range of 15 metres stroke 50 foot of the trap. So if you're catching more than 15 moths per week, the infestation is high, and a suitable spray, which is, I'm going to talk about that in a minute, should be applied about a week later. Continue monitoring. If 15 or more moths are caught again, repeat the treatment. But it does mention about if you've got an orchard, it's a slightly different thing, and there the recommended is 5 or more are caught in each of a 2-week period in any one trap. Apply a suitable insecticide 7 to 10 days later. Okay, so what I'm using is this BTK, Bacillus thuringiensis, I think it's Costachii. There you go. Put a mix on of 8 grams to a litre of water and just spray it on the fruit. So I hope I'm not too late because it has been pretty warm. Anyway, all I can do is what we can do, and like I said, if we're getting moths I'll be spraying that on. So I'll catch you later.